de humor. Chamo agora ao palco Sandeep Murthy, da Ultimate Rush.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is there anyone here who thinks that bungee jumping or skydiving or even participating in Toastmaster speech competitions will give you the ultimate rush, the adrenaline rush? You couldn't be more wrong. Dear Toastmasters guest contestant, I will share with you the secret of the ultimate rush, which is, hold your breath, driving in India. Yes, it's driving and not even visiting or climbing Taj Mahal. Let me explain this. On a recent visit to India with my family, my aunt gave me her car to drive around. And I was like, yeah, cool, I learned to drive in India, it's not a problem. So, get in the car, I put on the seatbelt, at least some of the time. And check the doors are locked, switch on the ignition, and begin to drive. And suddenly I hear a shout from the back seat. My aunt, Sandeep, look out! Look where you're driving! Oh, what's the problem? Well, I was driving to the right side of the road, just like in Portugal. Well, you see, in India it's the other way. We drive to the left side of the road. But it was also a fact that none of the oncoming drivers, the hundreds of drivers, were really bothered about it. Most just went around me, some horn, beep beep beep, some just waved at me. It was business as usual. So dear Toastmasters, here is my very first tip of the day. In India, it doesn't matter whether in the middle lane, right lane, left lane, speed limit, none of this matters. All you do is aim your car more or less in the direction, more or less. One hand on the steering wheel, very important, one hand on the horn, and both feet on the accelerator. Well, you might wonder why one hand on the horn. Because you see, when you are driving in India, at any point of time, there are 3 or 4 or 5 people who are walking in front of your car. There is a dog, there is a cat, there is a bullock cart, there is a motorcycle, there is a cycle, there is a truck, there is a bullock cart, there is buses, and of course, there are cows and elephants. Elephants. I'm not kidding you. So if you want to reach your destination without using your car, you might as well not leave your house. You will never get it. Well, maybe that's not entirely true. There is one other alternative. So let's see, you are in the traffic and you don't want to use your horn, or your horn is not working. First thing, don't panic. What you do is, you roll down your window, stick your head out, and pay attention. This normally works. Basically, I'm saying just get the hell out of here. Okay, you are still driving, and suddenly you see there is this car to your left, and you have this gut feeling that this guy is going to cut right in front of you. But you think, yeah, it's cool. He's going to use those indicator lights, change direction. Don't bother waiting for that. Because you see, those 4 indicator lights we have, they are merely for decorating. The maximum you can expect is that the driver will stick his hand out, but that could mean he's changing his direction, or throwing some trash out, or just saying hi to you. It could be negative. But by the way, very important thing. You know those 2 side view mirrors we have in the car? Right? We all use them, right? Okay. In India, they are an optional accessory. You have to pay more just to get them on your car. I'm not kidding you. In fact, you see cars with just 1 side view mirror. Maybe the guy doesn't have money to buy 2. Can happen. You can't talk about driving in India without talking about, let's say, parking. Parking is very simple. Where you stop is your parking. Sometimes you might be bothered by a policeman, but just pretend you don't understand him, which is normal in your case, or give him a small tip and he'll be very happy. Now let's talk about something different. The pedestrians. You know those people who walk around everywhere aimlessly? Pedestrians in India, they know their place, which is in fact no place. Yeah. The pedestrians in India really don't have any place in the society. You don't really worry about them. And I had this first-hand experience when I had to cross this very busy road in front of my mother's house, holding my 2-year-old Carolina's stroller on one hand, my wife's hand on the other, the little van for our lives, looking at the same time in all directions, expecting the next vehicle to come and crush us. Luckily that didn't happen, otherwise I wouldn't be here today. Oh, right. You know those pedestrian crossings, beautiful pedestrian crossings? Don't think they are safe. They are also for decorative purposes. Well, in summation, it's very simple. Forget about everything that you have learned about driving and just become a psychopath. Just like the billion Indian psychopathic drivers you know. Okay, you are done with the adrenaline rush and you just want to go back home. Maybe to Portugal. So you are driving on your way to the airport, very calmly, on the highway, and suddenly, what do you see? There is a big, massive cow sitting in the middle of the road. And there is simply no way to go around it. Don't panic. What you can do is adopt 2 approaches. Now please pay attention because this is my last point of the day. The first approach is what I like to call the Mahatma Gandhi approach, which is pray to the God and please request to pass. Or you can use my approach, which is roll down your window, stick your head out, make eye contact and